Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be going over this Valentine's Day look that we did with Dr. Jessica Wilson, also known as Jessfitvet on the IG. Also check her out on YouTube now. So I started off with brows as I always do, and I tried out the new NYX eyebrow pencils, and to be honest, they weren't what I was hoping for. I was hoping to get a good dupe for the Anastasia brow pencils, and they might be equivalent. It's just that I don't use the brow pencils too often. I feel like it takes way too long to fill in brows. I guess it's good for more of a soft, natural brow, but I've gotten so used to using the dip brow to fill in brows, so I wasn't too fond of it. And I noticed that if you have oily skin, that it rubs off very, very easily, unlike the dip brow where it more sets and doesn't rub off as easily. So then I go ahead and I fill in the other brow with the pencil, and then she will demonstrate how it looks filled in with just the pencil. And then I went ahead and went in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel, or pomade, I should say. I think that's a correct name, in medium brown. And I went ahead and filled in any of the spots that the pencil wasn't filling in. Just light strokes, making sure to fill everything in. Again, darkest at the end of the brow and making it lighter at the front of the brow as an ombre effect. So then I go ahead and I take a concealer, and you can use any concealer that you're currently using, and I just go ahead and I use it to clean up the brows. And I also drag it down the eyelid to use as a eyeshadow base, and this helps to conceal any redness or any veins that you might have on your eyelids. And then I go ahead and I take a bigger fluffy brush, I guess you would say, and I just want to make sure that everything's blended and there's no lines. And normally I don't clean up the top of the brow. However, the pencil made a mess and I didn't like the way it looked, so I really wanted to clean it up. So again, I just cleaned up the top using the same concealer and blending it out. Then I go ahead and I do it the same to the other eyebrow. And here I'm taking a soft brown, very light, and I'm just sweeping it all over the eyelids. And I'm using a big fluffy brush, the M33 by Morphe. Blend, 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 blend. Now I take the ColourPop in La La, and I'm just dabbing it on her lids with my finger. This is really, really pretty color. It's like the perfect shimmer. It's not too shimmery, not glittery, it's just perfect. Then I go ahead and I take a smaller brush, and I'm just focusing on the outer corners of her eyes, making that V shape. And the eyeshadow that I'm using is Punk by Urban Decay. And then I go ahead and I pick up a fluffier brush to go ahead and try to blend that out a little bit, but still focusing on keeping that V. Blend, blend, blend. And then I pick up a bigger brush, and I'm just blending it. And I picked up a soft brown again to blend it. Blend, blend, blend. As you notice now, I'm trying to sweep it towards the nose and bring it in. And here I'm adding a little more darkness. Same color, Punk by Urban Decay. And here we're laughing. Next, I take a liquid liner and I attempt to do the wing. Yeah, that's how I feel about doing liner sometimes. So this is just honestly a cheap little, I believe it's the NYX liquid liner. It's one of my favorites lately. I love the brush applicator. It makes it super easy for me to apply onto others. See here, you gotta super concentrate because you don't want to make any mistakes after you just did all that eyeshadow. I think a lot of times I hold my breath, I think, when I do people's eyeliner because I don't want to make a mistake and have to redo it. And on to the next eye, doing the same thing, attempting to make them look the same. As we know, doesn't always come out perfect. But we try to get it as close as possible without having to keep going thicker on each side. And then here I'm just taking some Makeup Forever Sense Eyes to remove any of the liner, clean it up. And then I just take a makeup remover wipe and clean up underneath the eyes. And then I also wipe away any of that extra concealer that I blended all the way out. I just don't want it to be too white. And a selfie in the process. Here I'm taking some lashes. These are the Demi Wispy Double Stack lashes by Ardell. Just took some duo eyelash glue, stuck it on. Same thing on the other side. Now, a tip that I've learned along the way is to make sure your client or even yourself opens up your eyes shortly after you put them in, because the last thing you want to do is you want it to dry with your eyes closed, because it happens. And as you see, that's why I kind of pull down her lower eyelid to make sure it's not sticking. So far, she likes what she sees, obviously. Here, I'm just applying the Neutrogena oil-free primer. Here, I'm applying the foundation, and I just dab it on her face. And then we start gossiping or talking, showing her something. Then I take the Beauty Blender and I blend everything out. I honestly love the Beauty Blender and I swear by it because it honestly gives a super smooth finish. And I use it for foundation, concealer, for contour, so many things. So it's just very versatile and it really smooths everything out and makes it blend beautifully. So here I'm just applying concealer under her eyes. The reason why I do concealer after foundation is because I really want it to highlight underneath the eye. And I do that by applying a concealer that's like 1 or 2 shades lighter than the foundation, but I don't like it to be too extreme. So I don't want to get something too white and too crazy underneath the eye. I just want enough to give a little highlight, but not make it so obvious. So here I blended all the concealer out. We actually did her hair a little bit because the battery had died. And now I'm off to doing the contour. And I'm just using a contour stick by Black Opal. It's just a cream foundation that I use as contour. So I contour the forehead, I contour the cheeks, and I start with about the inner ear of somebody, and I drag the line towards their mouth. And then I'm contouring her nose. And with the contouring of the nose, it's important to go all the way up to the eyeshadow, so that it looks like a seamless contour and it's just not a line that starts in the middle of your nose. And then I also did the jawline, and now I'm just blending it all out with the same beauty blender. I always use the side of the beauty blender to blend it out. Let's clip that hair back. Blend, blend, blend. It's the most important thing to make your makeup look flawless is to just blend, blend, blend. Blending the nose contour now. Now I take a little bit of the Hoola by Benefit, and now I'm setting the bronzer. Or I should say, I'm using the bronzer to set the contour that I use with the foundation stick. I really have been loving the Hoola by Benefit. It's like the perfect brown. And when you use a bronzer as your contour, you want it to be very matte and no shimmer. So it's the perfect one, because I noticed some that I use have been too orangey, and that's a perfect brown that I've come across. So then I applied a little bit of blush by NARS, and then I'm also doing the highlighter. The highlighter is the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick, I believe, and it's the color is Radiant. I've been loving this highlighter. I love my Becca, but it's expensive, so I've been trying to find a cheaper alternative, and that's really the best one that I've come across. So now I am applying her lip, and the lipstick color that I am applying is by ColourPop, and it's called Notion. It's a liquid lipstick, and I like to apply it, especially on others, of course, but even on myself, I think I've learned to really like how to apply it with a lip brush instead of the actual wand that comes, because the wand can be too thick, and the lip brush you can really get in there and be precise on the edges. And this is the first time that Jessica said that she's had a dark lip, so we had some fun. She's in shock. She's never seen herself with a dark lip. So here I'm just applying the Maybelline mascara on top of her false lashes to really blend her natural lash with the false lash. I also curled them. I always curl the false lashes. Curl them and put mascara on them just like your regular lash. And that's the reason why I like doing lashes in the beginning, is because towards the end, when I'm getting ready to do the final touches, the lashes are secured in place with the glue. That way when you curl them, they don't come flying off. Here I'm just taking that soft brown again, applying a little bit underneath the lower lash line, blending it out. I also added a cream nude liner inside her waterline. And then here I'm taking that color Punk again and just putting a little bit in the outer corners under the lower lash line and blending it out. Then apply mascara on the bottom lower lash line, or lower lashes should I say. Dusting off any of the excess powder Here I'm taking the Becca and Champagne Pop and just adding a little more highlighter. This is unnecessary, but I just wanted to do it for picture-wise. And then I'm going ahead and adding the highlighter also in the inner rim of the eye. And I also added it under the brow. So pretty. Here I'm just setting it with some setting spray. A good one is the Urban Decay one that I like. That one was just one that I had from it's actually a skin toner. So I just used that one. And here she's doing the happy dance. She likes it. So yeah, if you guys like this, please subscribe, give thumbs up, comment below what you want to see more from me or any suggestions. Thanks for watching.